Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, a new product from iFlight, the Bumblebee version 3 right here. Now, you've probably seen the version 1 and the version 2. This is the version 3. It's new on the market. So, what makes this so great? What is the upgrade that makes this great? First off, the biggest upgrade would be the flight controller. It goes from an F4 flight controller to an F7 flight controller with 45 amp ESCs. So an F7 flight controller is going to give you a faster processor. That means when you're flying and it has to stabilize itself or you put inputs, it's very reactive, very responsive, better than the previous versions. The next item that's improved on the Cinewhoop is the ducts right here. So on previous versions, I believe they were TPU type, 3D printed. These are polycarbonate ducts, which makes them very strong. They're not going to shatter. They're not going to break. And iFlight says they are quieter. So this is supposed to be quieter. So let me tell you this. I've flown it already and I can't tell a difference. I'm sure it's quieter, but I'd have to put the older model and this one together to see what the sound difference is. To me, a Cinewhoop sounds like a Cinewhoop, which sounds like a vacuum cleaner flying through the air. And that's what it sounds like. I didn't find it noisy, I'll tell you that much. I didn't find this noisy, so maybe it is quieter. If you take a look at the props, they are bullnose props, and I think they're similar to the version 2 model. I do like the props because they really push a lot of wind. I don't know if these ones are new. They might be the same as V2, but I really like these props. Very good. Now, the motors, brushless motors on here, are different. They're more of a pancake style, like when you look at a brushless motor from the side, it's kind of tall. These are pancakes, so they're looks like somebody stepped on them, squished them, and they went expanded outward. The same KV pretty much, but due to the new style, these are more efficient and more peppy. And in my video, I did find it to be pretty peppy. And one of the other upgrades would be the carbon fiber. They say that the carbon fiber is a stronger type of carbon fiber, so there's no vibrations and no jello going through your camera up front. Now, I've flown version 1 and I didn't find there was any jello, so if they made it even better, well, all the better then. So all in all, this is the best Cinewhoop that iFlight offers, the Bumblebee. Bumblebee started it all for me, and where did I put the version 1? Is back here. So here's version 1, and it looks almost the same. I do find that the new version, version 3, is a little larger in size than version 1. Yeah, it looks a little larger in size. I don't know if that's the fact. This is a 4S. This is a 4S. This has the DJI FPV Air unit. This has the DJI FPV Air units. But you know what? All in all, version 1 came out like a year ago, and I've been flying this since it came out. Oh yeah, it is 3D printed. I can see it right here. Anyways, yeah, so I've been flying it since it came out, and I have bashed this thing, and well, I've hit the ground hard, and I've flown it under things and around things, into things. It's quite solid. It's still really good. And this here, version 3, it's built better flight controllers. So obviously, if you had the choice today between version 1, version 2, or version 3, you're going to get version 3. So with the DJI FPV Air unit in it, it makes it kind of pricey because that is the best on the market that you can get, the DJI FPV Air unit. You can go lower and you can get a digital CADX Vista, but those are less expensive because they're a lesser quality. So this is the best of the best. Now, in order to see where your drone is going, you will require the DJI FPV goggles because they are considered HD. I didn't see an analog version of the version 3 on the website yet, but I'm sure they'll have one eventually. In addition, neither of mine have a receiver in them. When I receive them, they're basically just a DJI FPV receiver in them. So I use my DJI FPV radio. If you have some other radio, like a Radio Master, a Taranis, I don't know, Futaba, anything else, a Spectrum, just get a receiver in the drone that matches your radio, and then it all works together, and you can still use your digital goggles and everything as well. Now, one thing I'm going to mention, I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff here. One thing I'm going to mention is that iFlight is starting to realize that a lot of beginners fly their drones. So when I received this, I noticed that there was an awful lot of stickers all over the drone that was designed for a beginner who would know nothing about an FPV drone. You're probably seeing some video as I'm talking here showing you all the stickers that were on this drone. And I thought that was a really good idea because when I first got into the FPV hobby, I was lost. I didn't know where anything was on the drone. Had to watch a lot of videos, had to read a lot of comments on forums to figure it out. But at least with that, it makes it a bit easier. The second thing they did is if you get this here digital unit and you have the, this controller, the digital DJI one and the goggles, they set it up so right out of the box it's in angle mode. And angle mode is perfect for beginners because in angle mode you can't flip the drone upside down. It always wants to stay stable. You can ram it forward into a wall or into anything, but you can't flip it. So it makes it a lot easier for beginners. Now, as I mentioned, this is a 4S version. So if you're a beginner, you probably put a 3S battery on it, less than required, and then it makes it a lot more tame. So you have to give it a lot of throttle. Same as if you get the 6S version. Just put a 4S battery on it. It will keep it tame. And then when you get your skills up, if you have a 6S, put a 6S on when your skills are up. And if you have the 4S like this, then put the 4S battery on. Now, flight time is rated at 6 minutes of flight time if you put a 1300 milliamp hour battery on it. So this is a 4-cell battery on this. If you had a 6-cell battery, you would still be in 1300 milliamps and you might get a little bit more flight time. But yeah, so 6 minutes flight time is what you can expect in the summer. I flew this in the winter on a super cold day. I got 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, it almost caused me to have a heart attack because you're going to see when I show you the video. I flew it. I had so much fun. I was not paying attention to the voltage and I was flying it really far away, low to the ground because I wanted to see how good the reception is because the DJI FPV digital unit with the dual antennas has an awesome transmission and reception and the goggles and the radio, everything. So I was flying far away and I forgot all about how long I was flying for, and I did not look at the battery voltage, which is in my goggles in the lower right hand side, and big red numbers showing me that I was almost out of power and I was far away. You're going to see in the video, I had to walk and go get this baby. All right, let me show you the video. All right, so Cinewhoop is over there, and I'm going to put my controller and I'm going to go sit over here so I don't whack myself in the head. It's a pretty cold day today outside. It's minus 10 degrees Celsius. I'll put what that is in Fahrenheit up there. So that means nobody's around. So I've got the field to myself. So I'm just going to fly low and explore and see how this thing does. All right, here we go. The battery I have on here is a 4S 1300 milliamp hour battery. That's going to give me about 6 minutes flight time. So let's go. I'm going to sit on the bed of my Jeep. Let's put in acro mode, and let's arm it. We are set to go. I'm going to fire this up. I got my head down just in case. Let's come back nice and slow. So I can actually fly this really slow. This is nice. Look at this. I'm just cruising along. I'm going to come at the Jeep and just go over myself up here. Let's keep it nice and slow. Let's put it in the camera frame so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to go under this tree. And there I am right there. Coming at my head. And there we're flying over the Jeep. Come back this way so the GoPro can get it. I have a GoPro on the top of the Jeep facing this way, and I'll just skim the GoPro coming at it. This thing flies so well, like you really just lightly touch the controls. All right, let's go explore. So let's go down this way. Check out what's down here. Nothing. This is a parking lot, but it's full of snow. Full of snow. Let's spin around, come back this way. I don't see anybody out on the sidewalk, so let's go over to the sidewalk. There we are. Now I'm in the sidewalk, which is also full of snow. Keep that nice and low, don't hit the little snow banks. All right, let's go up this way. Let's go check this out. I'm gonna go over here. Let me see, can I fit under this thing? Well, guess I have to. I have no choice now. There we go. Go past the building. And this way. Let's go this way. In between the snowbank and these trees. One thing I love about DJI products, especially the DJI full FPV system, is the transmission is as solid as ever. It is really, really good. So, as I mentioned many times, if you have yourself a Cinewhoop, you can have so much fun. Like, they just fly so low and so smoothly along the ground. It's so nice. All right, going along these trees, and let's go over this way to the park over here. Let's go this way, miss all that. And over here is the bus stop and a parking lot. Let's go over and check that out. Let's go this way, and let's go over this snowbank. This will be the playground area. There we go, go over that. So as always, when I come to the playground, I always go over here and I look for something to go under like this. and like this over here. And then I always do my little spin around to go around the next object, which is over here. This one goes much faster. And I like the punch out power. You can go way up fast. Look at this. Look at how high I am. That is incredible. So awesome. Do a nice slow roll. Let's try the other way. There's a faster roll. I don't know if you can do forward flips. I'm sure you can. Let's try. Yep, forward flips, no problem. So this here whoop is pretty darn decent. Okay, let's go back over to the park for a bit and then we'll come back to the school. So let's follow this trail. Going down, going down, going down. The sun is going in and out behind clouds. Oh yeah, this is awesome. I don't want to crash any place out here because I gotta walk and go get this thing. Nice, nice, nice. Trail goes this way. Let's go that way. Oh, this is really, really good. Look at this thing. I got some good speed going on here. All right, let's slow it down and bring it over this way. That's where I just was, up by this structure. Go through this. Missed that. Let's go back over here to the pirate ship really quick and zoom over this. There's no kids out here, which is glorious at this time of the morning. Let's go over to the little gazebo this way. Nice. Yeah, this thing is so easy to fly. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back to my park over here. Let's go back over to my park. This is tuned super nice. Super nice. Let's go over here. There's our lights for our field. Checking that out. I always do the light inspection. Let's go back this way. Let's go see what I can find over here. Nobody's been out in this field. Look at that. I don't want to lose the drone back here because I got to go walk through all this stuff. Let's go this way. If I crash into something, I'm going to have to walk all the way out here, which is a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Don't want to do that. And what's over here? All right, going along the water. Let's go this way over to the school. Try not to hit these trees. Up through that. Let's go past that. Over here. Wow. The reception on this is amazing. Look how far I'm going. Woohoo! This is really decent. I don't want to go behind the school. That's going to be craziness. And that's the field I hang out at in the summer to fly RC planes, drones, whatever. Everybody's out here. All right. I am pretty darn far. Let's see. How far am I? Let's go back this way. So way over there is a cell tower and I'm way over in a parking lot. So I'm going to have to come back or else I'm going to run out of battery power. Let's go back this way. Nice and slow this way. Uh-oh, I see my voltage dropping. Uh-oh, this is not good. Come on back. Oh no! I'm out of battery power. That's a long ways to walk over there. I was having so much fun flying that I wasn't paying attention to the battery power and I sucked the battery dry. So the drone just, landed over there. Now I gotta go walk and get it. Here we go. All right, so bye Jeep. We're gonna go walk out in the snow, which is this way. I should have wore my snow pants. Look at this, I'm just sinking right in. I sink down a foot every step I take. So let's climb over this. Pretty far, it's all the way over there. I gotta stop flying so far away. Now on the way back, I'm definitely walking in my own footprints because this is hard making a trail through this snow. Look at back here. Man, that's a lot of work. It's right there, I'm almost there. All right, the GoPro is on. It's probably been watching me walking through the snow, out of breath this entire time. All right, look at how far back I gotta go. All the way back there. All right, the next thing I want to show you is exactly what comes in the box and what you can expect and how to set this up when you get this baby, and then come on back to me and I'll give you my final thoughts. Here we go. All right, this is a super fast Captain Drone unboxing. So here we have a box, and if you want to see the specifications of the drone that I flew in this video, here they are. Opening your box, it looks like this, so let's take each item out. The first item we're going to look at is the Nazgul props. They look like this. It is a spare set. Next item is a USB-C cable that you're going to use to activate your DJI Air unit and connect to Betaflight to make changes. You also get the typical iFlight goodie bag. Inside are many items that you're going to attach to your drone right away. No FPV drone would be complete without stickers, and you do get stickers. Included is the F7 flight controller wiring diagram, as well as the DJI FPV Air unit document. Now let's empty out the contents of that goodie bag. You'll notice they give you 2 rubber battery mounts. You're going to stick one on the drone, the second one is just a spare. Peel off the back and stick it to the top of the drone. Next, find your 2 antennas, and you will find 2 black 3D printed items. Squish them into the bottom of the antennas. Next, attach both antennas to the rear of the drone. Now you can put all the extra pieces back in the bag because you really don't need them at the moment. On your drone, you have 2 very important ports. One right here I'm pointing at is to activate your DJI Air unit. The second port is on the rear, and that is for Betaflight for your flight controller. So connect to that, connect to your laptop or computer, and set everything up in Betaflight if you desire to do so. The Bumblebee does have an external power cable, and it does come with an extra set of cables to connect to it for any type of device, like maybe a naked GoPro or a naked Insta360. You know, I've got so much junk back here. I've got this is actually my father's, this here Fortnite gun. I'm serious. There's a picture of my dad. This is his gun. He's like 91 years old, and this is his gun for just shooting around the house at, you know, the cats and things. All right, so final thoughts on this. Let me just grab some stuff here. Final thoughts. Well, for a guy like me, I have version 1. So I have version 1, and if version 3 came out, would version 3 be enough for me to upgrade from version 1? Probably not. It is better. It's a better drone, but if you bought version 1 already and you have it and you're flying around and you're having a great old time, then yeah, there's no reason to get version 3, at least not in my opinion at this time. If you have version 2, there's not enough to upgrade as well. But if you're in the market and you're a beginner or you're a pro and you're looking for your own Cinewhoop and you don't have one, well, this is, this was close to the top of my list of Cinewhoops. It is very, very good. The only complaint I have is the version sent to me, since I have the DJI FPV unit right in the center. In order to put a micro SD card in the unit and take one out, it's a bit of a hassle because the foam's in the way. I have to pull the foam out and then put the foam back in if I want to keep it. Some units I've seen in the past on version 2. On version 2, in the back, they have a slot right here where you put the micro SD card and it connects to the unit, the Air unit inside. Mine doesn't have that. I don't know if the version 3s have it. Well, at least the one they sent me, maybe they sent me a pre-release model. It doesn't have it. So my micro SD card has to squeeze in there. Other than that, I love this thing, and I love this one. And this one here, I could never get the micro SD card in it either. It was always a pain in the butt. I always had to take the foam out, and it's just the way it's designed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links below to version 3, this one right here. Now, I know a lot of you would probably love to buy a Cinewhoop, but you might not have enough cash, maybe not enough cash to buy this one. So this is version 3. There's a version 1, a version 2, and this version 3. And the other versions, and probably this one too, come in analog as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hunt around the internet. I'm going to put links to all of them. I'm sure a lot of them are on sale and at a really, really low price. So if you really want one, check the links below. Find one that is for you. And I swear to you, I tell you right now, if you get version 1 or version 2 and you don't get version 3 because it's your very first one and that's all you can afford, you'll be just as happy as if you got version 3. But if you've got the cash and you want the best of the best, then get version 3. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I don't have it someplace down here. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that very much. And I will catch you in future videos with many more reviews. Take care.